Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
Not good. This is serious.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships.
A list of the missing researchers and their
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. I don't know.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of...
I didn't really notice at first, but it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet could... If his disappearance is also related to the case...
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were, "We need to investigate this."
Jerk, fine! Disappear! I don't ever want to see your face again! Adler, he disappeared. He's been acting really weird recently. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, he was reading. I don't know exactly what he's searching for.
Your countenance suggests tragedy. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr.
back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading.
Less than promised. We're running out of time. Let's... First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous connect first. The next angle is what the victims have in common. Distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion. During prior unrest, instigated the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carried... Look. Yes? This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for. And I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for. And Duke Inferno is evident...
I understand.
Tenuous the kindling of this booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions.
I understand.
Tenuous this booklet I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, I believe this word was actually phase, he saw as a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno. That is the truth of We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station.
Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. Mr. Ratio, please go...
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. bay is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station. Do you know what to do with cornered prey?
The fire is dying.
It's still resisting. The full... The flame is getting weaker.
Feeling lucky.
What?
Seems like...
Ignorant fool! It is little wonder that he... But next time...
A small fragment of consciousness. Oh? No. The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we? You fool!
Spend freely.
Nap time. Stand
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Test. 0 points.
No dirty tricks. All in. Sure, I'll play along. It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Got the defense? Answer me. Free.
Time for a shot. just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks. You're too good to me. Relax.
Watch your head. Hedge your bets. Spend freely.
Say bye to breathing.
Test. SAS per kid. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
No dirty tricks, all right?
Nap time.
0 points.
Stand still.
All in.
Free.
May as well kill them all. Good times. Never. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Your answers? Answer me. 0 points. So this is the extent of Miss Green's materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Stand still.
All in.
I'm asking questions. Test. Free. The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Relax.
SAS per knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
0 points.
Say bye to breathing.
Free.
Spend freely.
Nap time.
Stand still.
Answer me. 0 points.
Watch your head.
May as well kill them all.
Sure, I'll play. It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
I'm okay. That'll take more than medicine.
Relax.
Your answers? Test. Free.
Say bye to breathing. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Hedge your bets.
Stand still.
Watch your head.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Not bad. SAS per Kibbe. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Answer me. 0 points.
Seems I've been waiting a while. Nap time.
Fail. 0 points.
Secret of the safe.
Didn't hurt.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
I'm asking questions. Test. Fail.
Time for a shot.
Relax.
Watch your head.
Cutting the net. Stand still.
Hedge your bet. It's on me.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Good work. You did. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Many of them were shaken by their experience. Yes, it is over. This business is over. And I believe, but there is one mystery that, and that is something I must deal with. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to.
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already...
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same...
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, Aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack. Logic, a third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those
You are more candid than I...
but still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor.
As for the spark,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look for... A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express. Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend. Allow me to introduce you to General Hua Yin. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Hua Yin is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back. Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings...
It's an honor to meet you, General Hua.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hua Yin.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Luofu. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Dan Heng, March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Luofu might not have easily overcome.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Luofu and will attend the war dance.
You're more than welcome.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Luofu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you.
Oh.
What a coincidence. I was afraid.
Oh? Now you've peeked.
She helped me capture the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskiff Haven.
Your flying sword?
Yes, it is.
Nope.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borison prison. By the way, if I hadn't caught...
Hold on a sec, Yun Li. You...
So
what did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me, Ferret, with all due respect, you don't...
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking...
Yanqing.
You too.
Hey! Who's
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much.
Such...
Well, everyone, Elder Hua Yin and I have some business to do. I'll find another chance to talk with you all.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming.
You needn't apologize.
All right, Yun Li.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, see if you can calm them down.
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's It's not exactly a test. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. Well, let's...
It is the Law Fu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming...
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you make. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Luofu. As for she has come specifically for you. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet?
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. Unacceptable. If it weren't for the General's interference. By the way, I don't know...
Reserved? Really?
Maybe I'm just overthinking.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou...
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so...
What's so unusual about it?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals. Maybe they've...
Hold him accountable?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the...
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the Plague Mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Luofu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Luofu, implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled...
What was I thinking?
I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhuming diplomatic ship has arrived.
An alchemist from the Zhuming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Luofu?
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng, the General is under tremendous pressure right now. But I was
come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General. Did I say something wrong? Again?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's bird. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go.
He looks like he has a lot on it.
This is too much trouble.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. Hey, who's bragging? Anyway.
Well, since you're willing to help.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
But I am trying to reason with you here.
Square formation, circular formation, yuan-yang formation. What should we try next?
That toxic voice.
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with this, but straight up snatching IPC.
Just as I've said it many times already.
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'll keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a You jerk! Who are you calling a dog? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you?
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express?
They're in trouble? No, it's me!
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest mission.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. And this is Mr. Scott.
So, you're Scott.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repair.
What do you mean by snatched?
Then why did you bring the cargo to the artisan?
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you?
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days.
I understand, but...
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't...
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are...
Oh, really? Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have...
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and... I heard how you helped R. O'Malley. The IPC rep...
What are you guys whispering about over there?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Meet my old friend Scott.
Stop it! Let's focus on the business at hand!
Oh, you're amazing! Can you teach me?
Just forget it. Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the intelligence...
I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed—
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to the Genius Society scares me. Besides, cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild.
Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. You're pulling out all the stops, and you've even dragged members of the— Since we've met each other before, Mr. Scott, let me share some information. Your transport ship was a—
You think you can scare me with that? What exactly do you mean?
Sure, you might purely be innocent victims of a Borisin attack. But think about it another way. Why would the Borisin launch such an attack near the Lafu? Perhaps some of your crew— We may need to interrogate every one of your crew to eliminate this potential risk.
You know what? I don't think we really need— We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Cienjo operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception—
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Cienjo, but if I violate the IPC Well, you guys sure know how— Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and—
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go.
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lafu.
Could she be?
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Cienjo Juming.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so it's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden?
Yeah, sure.
Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. Our ship will leave in a few days.
Your ship can leave whenever you want. But according to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and... Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 40?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career...
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparent. Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady is...
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off. How unexpected. That was a surprise.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Damage the stick massively.
It's on me.
How about letting the enemy strike first?
Relax. Watch your head.
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Nap time. Stand still. Didn't hurt.
Sure, I'll play along.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I like adding fuel to the fire. More season.
Relax. I'm okay.
Hedge your bets. Spend freely. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
It's better to make no move.
Stand still. Naughty child. Nap time. Cutting the net.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
I had no idea about it.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise...
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikue, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfair.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott. Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues in... I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply,
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their... According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further... As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters.
Huh?
As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal.
It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
I'd be happy to accept your...
And you three are coming too, right?
Why keep such good things so hidden?
I'm here to pay my respects.
News is spreading pretty fast.
All these years, the tides come and go.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here. Listening to the sound, it's kind of sad, isn't it?
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really?
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark.
Well, once a seed is planted, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand...
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean... Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself...
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating...
I see. Thank you for your While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, our Xianzhou forebears knew this well. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence?
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples. Alas. Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides,
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting.
Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to...
What a small world.
You stole my sword! Give it...
I see. Let's...
Why do I... Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword. Now that I see you again, I realize you're...
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you.
Just look at this flying sword. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon.
Fine! You don't have to give it back.
But which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission.
Well,
I didn't mean it in that way. I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations.
Clearing out...
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations.
Oh, you think you're the only one who...
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medic, if you want a contest, I'll be the referee.
Lingsha, as always.
It's for your own good, little Yun.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron.
So, are you both ready? Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominate. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure...
Can we start now, Lingsha?
Time for swordplay! Blade and flight!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
May as well kill them all. Now, time. Stand still.
How many can you block? Strike with heart!
Through clouds! You've got style with those moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
A one-time enemy! Blade and flight!
That'll take more than medicine.
Relax.
Watch your head.
Strike with heart! Practice is over. Swords descend!
Hedge your bets. It's on me. No dirty tricks, friend.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I can breathe easy
The
again.
dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Stand still.
Through clouds!
Bladed flight!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I hit the mark. Spend freely. Relax. Watch your head.
That'll take more than medicine. Time for swordplay! Strike with heart!
Through clouds!
Sure, I'll play along.
Stand still. Didn't hurt.
Naughty child. Nap time. Bladed flight! Swords descend! I'm okay.
Oh. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Cutting the net. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Relax. Watch your head.
Strike with heart!
No dirty tricks, all right.
Through clouds!
Stand still.
Hedge your bets. Spend freely. All in.
Nap time. Bladed flight!
Cutting the net. Time to say bye. Boom.
Relax. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Through clouds!
See? Your technique, all you did was chop down a few...
Oh. Well, then I'll give you...
If you're trying to pick a fight just...
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here... However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yulina...
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with...
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Law Fu, too.
Everyone has heard of the Vanquishing General, known to all.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me. Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prosperous.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like...
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right? Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Lawfu. Do you think he'd have only a few...
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance as long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
Enjoy some tasty food.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend. I've met...
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general? I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she
Mine too.
Yeah. You think so too, right?
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I was talking about Yanqing, actually.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there...
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Juming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon.
Need your extractor cleaned or your star skip service?
I don't believe in ghosts.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially... These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the Divine Foresight fail because it gives them. But I've seen enough failures in my time.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No.
This old man's words.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu. But the document only says... No need for that. You're all important witnesses.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a... Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests, and the host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
You humor me, Elder Huayan.
What's this box for?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents... I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster.
Thank you for your...
If you want to give me a sword...
You've got...
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli.
Yeah. And even
the outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still...
That's exactly what I had in mind. No Nobody knows who's gonna...
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama.
Quiet down. While you both seem confident that you'll win, we don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing, I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice...
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome.
Huh?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed...
Oh, wait. Are you serious, Jenna? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden?
Isn't this a perfect chance for you?
Yeah, I did say that.
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. Oh, plus, I heard that each sword master...
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed.
General, I haven't graduated yet.
Huh. So you're admitting your defeat, huh?
Yang Qing. Teaching an apprentice is also a way of
I see, General.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment.
You're too kind. General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic.
Yeah. I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss.
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time, since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log, and he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into it.
Elder Huayan is... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because... in the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General. No.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden. As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong? Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day.
Still stable, I suppose.
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament.
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the sea. Given my background,
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends...
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind. Although, the report from the Luofu explained all the details, We don't know if the Ruin Legion really... As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along the Law Fu preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Law Fu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to you.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. The Law Fu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae. Unfortunately, for long-life species...
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another...
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou.
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the Abomination. Given the situation on the Law Fu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned. That's why I was sent here.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. However, someone had already been on this.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep?
This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust.
There you are.
Well, it was a promise to General Huayan, after all. I woke up...
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and... I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat it.
Is it too late for regrets?
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do either.
You need to toughen up and train her properly, Master Yanqing. Don't go easy on her.
You're so heartless. By the way, where's Yunli?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back?
Master Yunli, you're all...
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
I I'm just showing you what LaFu etiquette is all about. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of LaFu swordplay.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show... Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship.
What's this?
Sword practice requires precise movements.
You're awesome, Master!
See? See?
Actually,
Huh? You have a gift for me
since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that looked nice and...
Thank you, Master
Bet you didn't see...
The real competition?
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, Masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully.
All right, let's get started with the training.
Wait. We're having...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to... Come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements, so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Please, have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. LaFu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Bladed flight! Right on time.
Practice is over.
Swords descend! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Slap! Like this? 10 of you.
Well done!
Strike with heart! Yes, you!
How many can you block?
What are you made of?
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Bladed flight!
Oh, I get it. What a true heart and show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs, watch this! Awesome!
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, so... All right, check out this move!
Bladed flight!
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry.
Given the situation, her
strength. Seriously.
I could ask you the same thing.
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weakness.
You
theorist!
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing.
But it does matter!
Aww. Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to two Cloud Knight sword masters. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. Both masters are super strict. I tried to drag her into this, but she refused. Then I tried. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. Looking forward to your reply.
Well done!
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords.
Oh, let me see. Which sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster.
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
Why are you two arguing again?
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason... Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts.
If you know nothing about martial...
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, from my professional experience. Cleavers, slicers, chopping knives. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural... For example, golden eggplant tastes best.
All about.
Are you a
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou.
So, you're
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic.
Seriously? Trying to save face and.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No?
This is called tumble dust.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism. This thing can save lives or take them.
That may be so.
Huh. Looks like.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about.
Picture this. Two individuals in the throes of combat where life and death, surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may.
Well.
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked and this is how the general replied. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, hearing you speak so highly of it.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the sky.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings, and since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay, and I understand that I'm not like other kids. Even in the thick of battle, each day, I could feel myself getting stronger, but then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash after that, I had to pick up the pieces, and I often ask myself, why do I wield my... While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me, but after as a member of the Cloud Knights, but when I wield my sword, that's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown.
Age doesn't really matter.
I get it.
It's not polite to ask a girl her age.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream.
You don't talk like a cook.
Neat.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it.
Hey, what do you...
Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused.
What happened?
Oh, not judging from my professional perspective as a healer. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and
What? You're leaving all...
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up. By the way, Yanqing, is it...
Actually, this is a restricted area.
I understand.
Seriously?
Why don't we take it?
What? You wanna...
You know, cramming before for some reason Seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my. Alright. I'll take you.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to doing my best, all right? When the guns go off tomorrow. Oh, how's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders?
Hey, kids. Didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do it.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Well, I'm not trying to tell you all.
Big sis!
Huh? Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sick.
Come on. Can't you read the room?
Yeah, anyone. That pink-haired box tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint.
I knew that from the beginning.
They said they were doing an overhaul.
And it's suspicious how they suddenly finished their overhaul.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and I have a feeling that if we secretly follow my lead and be careful...
Never mind who they are.
Don't get too close, Miss March. They might...
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. Cut the theatrics, Gulak. So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be...
So, are they...
I have no clue. But they seem to be moving those...
I can...
Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for... Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done...
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on... They keep talking about their plans.
They're definitely up to something bad.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity.
be so paranoid. We're not too hard. I'm...
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms.
Never mind who they are. Let's just...
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting. Lord Moktok is ready.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're
Adusa!
already here,
Die,
why not have a
lowly
meal?
beast!
Here you go, Master!
No dirty tricks, all right? I hit the mark. It's on me.
It's better to make no move. A little more heat.
Oh.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Trying to pull a fast one? The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. I hit the mark. Spend freely.
More seasoning. I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Ready to shine. Yeah! I could take 10 of you.
No dirty tricks, all right?
Oh, I get it. Watch this.
It's on me.
Naughty child. Nap time.
You'll make good practice. Yeah!
How about letting the enemy strike for a little more heat?
Spend freely.
Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
How is this possible? How did these...
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance, to be They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll get Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borisin prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Cienjo without raising suspicion... Oh no.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on...
There are more Borisin hiding on the Cienjo. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the seat of divine force.
Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaocheng.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was... While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts. So...
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already...
You have a clever tongue. I like...
The Merlin's Claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation.
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurilo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Law Fu, was once...
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellar. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she...
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the...
Revenge is also a form of the hunt.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has... According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and
Back then, we were working with Diviner Fu, and she also witnessed Fantilia's true form.
Of course not. We can trust the testimony of Master Diviner Fu Shu. Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Xiao?
The two Nameless have been honest in their answers. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the Nameless. First, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis. Third, you insist on holding the war down.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of...
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not...
The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, and as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be
Just as I expected from our but unfortunately, ever since the report was...
So what are your thoughts on all of this?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean?
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that...
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin.
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer, I've always had faith in my instincts. So, I don't doubt your good intentions.
What's in this plan?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a...
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might go back on my word and keep you in the shackling prison?
Then.
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing.
So?
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Luofu's shackling prison.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye...
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Chou and Moza to check on his condition in prison. Do you actually believe in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy?
The Xianzhou's matrix of prescience can also predict the future.
I understand. While words can be deceiving, I trust my intuition more.
I'm really sorry about all this. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division.
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
The shackling prison.
Don Heng.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. Well, technically, the shackling prison is spread out across multiple delves.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking...
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to...
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Zhao Chou and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite them. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance, and due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, capped the Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of... The complex rules are there because of his abnormal character.
I apologize for any offense caused.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking...
Then you won't be allowed to visit.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Your Honor.
What is it?
No.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made...
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism. This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr.
Please lead the way.
Please let me activate the mechanism.
Feeling lucky.
Oh, this should be spent wisely.
It's freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates?
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received report. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates. Well, business first. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something is wrong. The guards aren't responding.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave? My back.
Didn't hurt. This thing is going wild. Just like a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this one.
More seasoned.
Naughty child. That's better.
Trust me, this is a guarantee. Watch your head.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
No dirty tricks, alright. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. I hit the mark.
Stand still.
How about letting the enemy strike first?
Relax.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Nap time.
My back.
Watch your head. Sure, I'll play along.
May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I like adding fuel to the fun. A little more heat.
Stand still. Say bye to breathing.
It's on me. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Relax. Time for nap time.
May as well kill them all.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before.
Something seems to be jamming
It's probably these mechs causing the trouble. These things showing up in the shackling prison can...
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou...
If these things already started taking action while nobody... And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves can't be opened without proper authorization. The blue bird paves the path, and the Stygian lanterns illuminate it. Help me light up these lanterns, and the way to the bottom of the shackling prison will reveal itself. I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look. The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing, even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life. Could you be the key to a cure for the General?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my...
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level! Send reinforcements!
Nobody will hear you here. the boss. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside,
Time to say bye.
we found soldiers available for us everywhere.
Spend freely.
It's better to make no move. More seasoned. I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before we leave?
Cutting the net.
Naughty child.
Stand still.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you all.
Or maybe I'll take
But I promise it'll be swift.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
It's on me.
Relax.
Watch your head.
Nap time.
Say bye to breathing.
Sure, I'll play along.
Stand still.
How about letting the enemy strike for a little more heat?
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can. Since you're already here, why not have a meal?
It's not time yet.
Didn't hurt. That hurts. Good times. Never time to say bye. Boom.
Hedge your bets.
Relax.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
More seasoned.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Spend freely. Watch your head.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I like adding fuel to the fire.
Stand still.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Sure, I'll play
Relax.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
A little more heat.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
It's on me.
Stand still.
Watch your head.
Time for a shot.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
Dontia spun around since our last hunt.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. It's been at least 7 centuries since you left.
7 centuries? 7 centuries have...
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously long...
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Cienjo...
What a reckless plan!
We have no other choice. The angel serving under the master of every one of my crew is
A sneaky weakling like you is...
Well then, my lord.
Before we go...
My lord, you seriously...
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxy?
No, he's an envoy from the Cienjo Yaoqing.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading...
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can...
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed. But Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approach. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the...
By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Feeling lucky.
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through. Some Spiritfarers occasionally use ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long...
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has met. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
Shui Yi is here.
Miss Shui Yi bravely sacrificed herself.
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as while I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part. By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other...
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies.
So, the intruders and Hule are... This is the worst situation. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Reconstruct. It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't had such a critical moment. Her death can give us information that we... Let me see if I can fix it up. Welcome back, sister. I don't know.
It's just a temporary solution. This side crane can't hold.
Sister.
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped? And the...
Besides the Borisin, there were other intruders.
Invisible intruders? Do me a favor, sister. Make sure you deliver the...
I understand. Please.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisin will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Wait! Something feels off.
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this
Since
prison.
you're already here, why not have a meal before the meal?
I hit the mark. Spend freely.
How about letting the enemy strike first? A little more shit.
Cutting the net.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Stand still.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Say bye to breathing.
It's better to make no move. More seasoning.
Prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Who are you? May as well kill them all.
Aren't you looking for me?
It's on me.
Relax.
I'm honored by your presence. You're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave?
Good times. Now time to say bye. Boom.
Nap time.
Watch your head. Spend freely.
How about
The
letting the
dice have
enemy
been
strike
cast.
first?
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Stand still.
Time for a shot.
Just focus on the fight.
Watch your head.
Immortality means forever.
It's just a tween.
Say bye to breathing. Relax.
More seasoning. I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Secret of the safe.
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks. You're
It's
too
better
good
to make no
me.
move.
Stand still.
All in.
Time for a shot.
It's just a tween. I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Spend freely. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Relax.
Naughty child. Nap time.
No dirty tricks. It's on me. All in.
Immortality means forever.
How about letting the enemy strike first?
Stand still.
Time for a shot.
Say bye to breathing.
I'm okay.
Not bad.
Spend freely.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thank you for your generosity.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I like adding fuel to the...
Relax.
Naughty child. Nap time.
May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Sure, I'll play along.
Stand still.
Secret of a safe.
More seasoned. I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before the meal?
Say bye to breathing.
I am not from a military background, nor do I seek military success.
Feeling lucky.
The prison management. So what if I repeat it? At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. But their hiding technique. It's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used... Well, never mind if you don't have... I'm Morza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. The prison on the law...
Thank you for your help, Mr. Morza.
No, you can do nothing for him now.
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches and you're just
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant... I don't know how you think. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant, and the best case... Looks like we've got some clever minds here. The best case scenario would be we sealed. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Morza.
As a person of the Yao...
I have to make it out alive.
As a netherworld dweller,
Don't worry. Even if we end up dying here...
Well, you're just as none of you are part of the Ten Lords Commission. So sacrificing yourself once we reach the gate. I hope you'll help me seal it. After that now, let's proceed upward.
We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me. We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
It's on me. More seasoned. I'm honored, since you're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave?
Naughty child. Nap time. Relax.
Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all! Watch your head.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
How about letting the enemies?
Time for a shot.
Stand still.
It's just a tween. Hedge your bets. No dirty tricks. It's on me.
Relax.
I'm honored by your... Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Cutting the net.
Nap time.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
May as well kill them all.
More seasoned.
Naughty child.
Relax.
Feeling lucky.
I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape.
I'm honored, since you're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave? My back.
High stakes, high rewards. It's on me.
A little more heat.
bye to breathing. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Thank you for your generosity.
Hedge your bets.
Stand still.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. No dirty trick. Oh,
I like adding fuel to the fire.
Relax.
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Nap time.
No dirty. Watch your head. Spend freely.
May as well kill them all. Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Say bye to breathing.
I am not from a military background, nor do I seek military success.
This brings back such...
My lord, we're just one step away from...
So this hostage is useless.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for...
Oh, just look at you, falling.
I've got to make this beast stay here. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou.
Lowly.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense.
Silence, mock talk. And you, slave. From now.
But my...
We must stay here for some time, mock talk. Now, Duran's will. Prison guards, stop them! For our great Lord Hulei!
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guards. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment, serving as an example to others.
Report! After we lost contact with the Shackling prison, the prisoners have revolted.
What about the Yao Qing messengers?
No news at the moment. We're
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of... The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue...
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away.
Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface.